This game has been rated M by the ESRB. It contains blood, violence, and other mature content like sexual innuendos. So if you don't like stuff like that, please be advised that it is not for you and stop watching. Hello and welcome to Haunting Horror Month, whatever I called it. Woo! Now this game is very weird. It's called Harvester. It takes place in a town called Harvest. And it's an old 96 DOS game. The beginning of the game is not very horror related. There's a little bit, but it's more nasty and gross stuff. Lots of sexual content. So if you're a little boy or a little girl you don't like stuff like that, then turn it off because you will be bombarded. What the heck? We're going down a hole and there's a man that's cut open. We're going in his mouth? Ultravision presents an M. Lee Jacobson production. A Gilbert Austin game. Harvester. Lead artistic designer is Chad Woyogalo. 3D modeling by Mike Napadonna and Craig Rundells. Visual effects by Tim Higgins, blah blah blah. Who made the title screen? Music by Zorch Productions. I don't understand. So the game is 4x3, of course, because it's an old game meant for an old computer screen that is 4x3, like an old TV. But when it does motion video like this, the screen gets pushed down even farther. I don't know if in editing I will fix that, because I might just make it look it already looks gross and pixelated. I don't know if I make it bigger if it's going to be even worse, and that's probably why they made it smaller, was because it was gross, pixelated. Ah! The alarm is going off! And letting us know real good that the alarm's going off. Nude man. Let me put my plaid shirt on. Walk around this room that I'm definitely walking around in, and it's not a green screen. Sound levels can be adjusted in the options menu. How do you turn on the options menu? Where's the options menu? Check your photo on the inventory screen. It will get worse as you take more damage. What damage am I going to take? I've played through the first day. I don't know what happens after that. I heard it gets really gory later on. I don't want to show tips. How do you get to the options menu? Do I just click on him? I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at myself. How do I get to the options? Is there a button for options? Oh. I don't want to press escape because it might end the game and then... But I feel like escape is probably it. Or spacebar, enter. Escape. Yeah, it is escape. Okay, good. This is how we can load a game, save a game. I never saved the game when I played it to test out if it recorded correctly. In fact, I am going to check that I'm actually recording because I'm worried that I'm not. Alright, I'm recording. Alright, so here we are in our dumb room. We just woke up from the alarm. We can search our room. The bookshelf, a handful of faded hardbacks litter the lower shelf. We have a record player. The paper doll by the Mills Brothers sits on the turntable. There's a closet here. 7 flannel shirts accompanied with matching blue jeans are hanging neatly in the closet. Then we have the dresser. It's unlocked. So we get a little... Our cursor turns from a magnifying glass to a cog, which means we can search this. We need to take the pin with us. Chew marks are visible on the end of this ballpoint pen. So you have to... What I didn't understand when I was first playing this game is that you have to examine things first, and then you can grab them. If it shows a hand, that means you can take it. I think that's all we can look at in this drawer. And then there's a big exit screen on the top. Just like every drawer in your room, you have an exit screen. A cheap folding chair such as you find at swap meets, bingo parlors, and other religious gatherings. Magnifying glass. We can't take the binoculars. We can't take the candlestick. It doesn't even let us look at it. There's acne medicine. Why is there an empty canister of it? An old-fashioned clock with bells and hammers. And the trash can, an empty trash can so clean you could eat from it. Alright, so that's our room. I don't think there's any reason to stay in here. Now we go into the living room where this little boy is watching TV. An old-fashioned console TV set. And there's a crack on the wall. A stunning depiction of the Earth made of paper mache. And we'll talk to Hank.
What?
Oh, and there's voice acting in this. So I'm probably going to stay quiet during the voice parts because I don't want to talk over it because some of this stuff is pretty funny. Who are you?
Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Mom?
Mom's in the kitchen, and if you bug me, I'll call her.
Look, do you know me?
Wish I didn't, 'cause then you wouldn't be my brother, and I'd have your room, and all the presents at Christmas. Though I will soon enough anyway, 'cause you're a lousy rat.
You're my brother?
No duh.
Listen, I don't mean to, bug you, but I can't seem to remember anything. Will you please just tell me who you are?
Mom, Steve is bugging me.
Steve, leave Hank alone right now.
Why am I a rat? What did I do to you?
You went and got all mushy on that girl, and now you're lighting out on me. Well, if that's the way you're gonna be, then you can drop dead.
What do you mean I'm lighting out on you?
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Steve in a baby carriage.
What the hell are you talking about?
Mom, Steve said hell.
Young man, don't you dare use that kind of language in this house.
How'd you like that?
So my responses are, you're a little brat, or why are you so mad at me?
'Cause you're lighting out on me to go off with that stupid girl. So tough it. I don't care anyway.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean, retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a color television before.
have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed.
We have little kids shouldn't watch this. Violence. Oh, you're right. That is really neat.
Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone. Or else.
Have you noticed that your show is in black?
What else?
All right,
Well,
we already heard
look
this.
Sure. What made it? And I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat. Good. Finally.
All right, so let's go into the kitchen, or let's go into this bedroom, the master bedroom. Master bedroom door is firmly locked. We'll go into the kitchen and talk to our mother. An expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. If there's anything else we can just search. Cookies are baking in the oven. Freshly baked cookies are in the trash can. Can I get them? Can I eat them? These cookies are hot out of the oven. Knives gleam wickedly in the kitchen's antiseptic glow. Alright, well, let's talk to our mom.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
So, duh, our name's Steve. Hank was calling us Steve. Why didn't we question it then?
Sister?
Shh, you'll wake her. I just put her down to sleep. If she wakes up, she'll just want to
Ew.
eat again. Darn it, I'm busy, and if you think I'm going to play along with this nonsense, you're crazier than Sparky down at the firehouse.
Fine. Maybe I am crazy. I can't rule that out. Why can't you just help me a little? Is that too much to ask?
Now you've done it. Are you happy? Poor baby. There, there. Did your brother scare you? Let me see.
Ew, the baby's eating bugs. And ah! She's hitting the
Darn
baby's
that
head.
wasp woman. She's a monster, that's what she is.
So if it wasn't obvious from our conversation with Hank, we are from the present, which is 1996, when this game came out. But we're somehow in the 1950s in this game. We don't know why, because we lost our memory.
Who's Sparky?
Who cares about that prancing, fire hydrant squatting sissy boy right now? Your sister's eaten a tarantula and you're still fooling around.
If she's my sister.
Enough! Go bother Hank or Stephanie, why don't you? I'm trying to bake cookies.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this. 2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
I can't marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do it yourself. And don't expect me to write you a note.
Fiancé? This is insane!
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
What's cooking and cleaning got to do with anything?
Honestly, boys are so dense. What else is there for a wife but cooking and cleaning? You may not appreciate a hot meal on a clean plate when it's there, but if it wasn't, we'd hear about it soon enough, I'll bet.
You're saying that's all there is to marriage? Cooking and cleaning?
Well, you'll have to ask your father about that, but I'm sure Stephanie will do her duty when the time comes. Bless your innocence, but there are certain disgusting truths that go along with marriage. Facts that can't be disguised by sheets which wrap around the contours of flexing go-go's and bouncing legs. You can't know what I'm talking about, and that's best. When the time comes to make a baby with Stephanie, you'll have to make your peace with the fact that when a farmer plants his seed, he can't help but get some nasty dirt on his hoe.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
So Jimmy's the paper boy. You actually have an attack move you can do. I don't want to do it in here because I might hit my brother. You have this. It's like hitting. You hit something real hard. I don't know why he does it down to the floor, but like, you can attack any person in this game, but they usually retaliate. And so, not a good idea to do that. Fine bone china gleams from the mahogany shelves. Pendulum-driven cuckoo clock with a cuckoo oddly absent. Why are there so many fire extinguishers in the house? The bedroom door is locked to make her coughing coming from inside of there. A box of crayons with a Range Rider coloring book. Alright, we can go to the newspaper and grab one. That's the newspaper we have to give to the boy. He'll give us some hints about what's going on. We can talk to him.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning? Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be Jake, okay? That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers?
No, I don't, but we will at some point in the game.
Oh, gee whiz. Look, if you find any, I'd be willing to trade you for them. Something really neato. Think about it. See you later, alligator.
Why are you leaving? I have the paper.
There now, see how easy it is? Things are so much better between us when you remember the paper in the morning. And let's keep him that way.
So, we can save the game here. And then we can hit him. Whoops. Dang it, he's not going to be there anymore. Oh well. If you hit him, he takes out a pistol and tries to shoot you to death and you die. It's full of junk mail bills and bake sale flyers. I'm going to see if our game is in here. Now, what the heck? Why won't it let me save the game? Hold on. Oh, you have to title it. Anyway, let's do that. Out of the house. I don't know why you have to load. I might not be able to show you me saving because I had to minimize the game and then save it that way. So I don't know if we're going to be able to do that later on. We'll probably load things So, oh wait, we didn't talk to our mom about this one thing. About our job. Let's see if she talks to us about it.
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank, or go next door and visit Stephanie, or go get an early start on your new job? That's right, a job. Your father has everything set up at the meat plant. After your honeymoon with Stephanie, you'll start out as a butcher in the slaughterhouse just like anybody else. Don't expect any favors just because you're the boss's son.
My father.
He's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now please let me get back to my cookies.
I tried to open the door. It was locked. And I heard him moaning, like he was in pain.
Your father overdid it last night. Just leave him alone until I get some catgut. Have a cookie?
Catgut.
The bake sale is on Friday, and yet you're baking the cookies now.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
But they'll be stale by then.
That's why I'm throwing them away.
And then cooking more?
To replace the ones I throw out.
Why?
Well, I have to. No one's going to pay to eat stale cookies out of the garbage can.
But you expect me to.
Of course not, Steve. I wouldn't charge you. I'm your mother. Help yourself.
Why is she doing this? I didn't
What
hear that
charity is
before.
this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the lodge.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership? That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest. Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy. Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
I already put the papers out, lady. So you can't even talk to him anymore. Wow.
Good. Finally.
He says something about the father and the mother going at it last night. A day-glow lima space disc stuck on the roof. I don't know if you can do anything in these scenes. I don't understand why they exist, why you need to be in the front of the house. Let's go to the lodge and see what's up. Red eyes gleam with eerie malevolence from the darkness. Alarming green sludge oozes from the drain.
Only initiates may enter the Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Yes, I'd like to join the lodge.
There are always obstacles to the path. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
Okay, give me an application then.
Applications are available at the post office. Postmaster Boyle disseminates them to the uninitiated. I do not sully my hands.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you one in the middle of the month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however, bring it to me. And if you are worthy, you will be put to the test.
Why is he giving me a sass? What is he doing? It's so weird.
Have you obtained an application from the postmaster?
Not yet.
If you would find knowledge, you must seek it from the first realization of the wanting. Whether you do or not matters little to me. Many are called, but few chosen.
Alright, so let's go to the post office and get an application.
Yes,
I need some help. Mr.
Postmaster Boyle. What can I do for you today?
I'd like a lodge application.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Come on, it won't kill you to make a lousy copy.
It's not the effort, son. It's the principle. We must adhere to our standards. They're all that stand between civilization and chaos. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right. Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
So this is a basic 90s point-and-click adventure where you have to talk to everyone and get a bunch of information so you know what to do next. If you don't, then you'll miss something. A blind woman is trying to read her mail. Okay. Interesting. Bake sale, bake sale. So we can't do anything at the post office because the post office is a jerk. So let's go to the general store. Phelps General Store. He's too busy working to notice you. Lots of... Let's see, there's a copy machine. 3 copies made here. Shoddy old TV missing the VHF knob.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. My so-called mother keeps him locked in his room. And I can't get in.
Care to buy anything today?
Yes.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Our main goal in this establishment is to use our quarter to buy something. The only thing a quarter will buy you is an adult magazine.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
What does that mean, being a fireman? You'll find out later when we visit the firehouse. Dead roaches and bits of arid grit coat in the water cooler's bone-dry reservoir. Alright, get out of here. That's all we can do here. So let's visit... Potsdam residence.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh? Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute, not with all that meat at stake. Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room. I hear him moaning, but that's all.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah,
This
fine.
guy's creepy.
If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right? I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse. Sure, it'd be just dandy, and you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure, cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons, but which don't? The guts have been washed into the gutters. What are you left with? Meat.
I don't know what's going on with the sound in this game.
Rows
It's being weird.
rows
When I first played it, it wasn't
scrumptious
doing this.
Red meat.
So there's a picture of him holding a piece of meat, and if you examine the picture, it says, "The man of the house squeezing his meat." Ho ho ho, sexual innuendo.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
You look just like my mom, except for the hair. I like to see, what's her name, Stephanie.
Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Poston has sent her to a room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Poston says otherwise. Probably until the wedding. Mr. Poston feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Poston wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. I don't see any reason why not. Give my regards to your parents.
I don't understand. The audio's being weird right now. The music is making the audio sound weird. I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. And there's the bathroom. Examine the picture. She's purty. Examine the bathtub. A thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of the ceramic, and the rubber ducky has been seen better days. Wads of used tissue fill the trash cans, some of them stuck to the sides. Nasty. Towels are stiff as boards. Medicine cabinet reeks of various toiletries. So we can go in the medicine cabinet here, and we can take a bunch of medicine. Take aspirin, oral lube, cough medicine, disinfectant. Can't take the disinfectant. Toothpaste, tampons. We can grab the tampons. Vitamins. We can grab the vitamins. Won't even let me search what that is. Dental floss. And band-aids. Can't grab the band-aids. Alright, we grabbed everything we could from there, and we can move this picture. What's this dog on the side of the room, just sitting there? So, does this imply that the father is looking at his daughter in the bedroom while she gets dressed? That's disgusting. He has nice taste. It won't let me do anything with anything.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just once, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding. They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
No one believes that I've got an amnesia.
I believe you. Maybe some of these people believe you too. Maybe they're playing dumb.
Why?
Maybe they're responsible. Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded. It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
Have you heard or seen anything that might help us figure this thing out?
Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy gets furious. He gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell me?
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe. And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me. Both of them are always watching me. But especially him.
You don't think they're dangerous, do you?
I think this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that. Of course I'm right. Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
The
I
same
mean, look
video.
at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Come back and visit me soon, okay?
Why do you have a statue of a dog in your room? Closet door won't budge. Several books about red meat and its importance to living well. It's, one of those things. Your makeup looks just fine. Funerary urn is in the cabinet's sole occupant. Here's an abandoned house. Now, the mom didn't tell me this time. I guess I didn't ask about it. But when the baby was eating the bugs, she talked about a wasp woman. And she lives in this house. And the mom's really upset about the wasp woman. All the wasps and bugs around. Their old car is in the perfect nesting grounds for wasps.
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetua Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the Wasp Woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
What are you talking about, lady? How do I get closer? Ah! She actually was a wasp! That's weird. So nothing happened for me killing her, she just disappeared. We have tampons, we have Oralube, we have an adult magazine, we have vitamins. I'm guessing that these heal you if you get hurt. I found out you can save without minimizing. I've killed the wasp lady, now what? Can we tell my mom that I killed her?
I told you I'm busy, Steve. Why don't you talk to Hank or go next door and visit Stephanie or go get an early start on your new job? Did you hear? Someone exterminated the wasp woman. Exterminated. Got it? Oh my, I used to be such a card. Everyone in the Glee Club thought so. Oh, I haven't lost it, have I? Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy.
So she acknowledges you've killed her. Somehow she knows. Not sure how. Hold on, what's this books? Too late, I already went outside. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. I've split the first day up into 2 episodes because it's a very long one because you get to meet everyone in town. So we'll see you guys in episode 2 where we continue to explore the town. Bye!